So yeah, so New Zealand. New Zealand also has another name, Land of the Long White Cloud, and Aotearoa. So New Zealand has two languages, and English is the dominant language. Everybody speaks English. But we also have a Polynesian language, which is similar to Hawaiian and Tahitian, and it's an official language of New Zealand. And so the other official name for New Zealand is Aotearoa, and it means Land of the Long White Cloud. Because when the Polynesians came from Tahiti, they just saw a long white cloud over the land. And this pronunciation of Māori is very similar to Japanese. So it's Aotearoa, so it's similar to the pronunciation, yeah. So if we just move on to the next slide here. Yeah, so as I just explained the official languages and the population, and so it says here 69% of European descent, so which is a lot of the population descend from the UK, such as England, Ireland, Scotland, Welsh, and the rest it says 15% have Māori ancestry, so descend from Māori, and there's 10%, almost or 9% are Asian, and 7% is non-Pacific, non-Māori, Pacific Islanders, and other people. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of mix of different nationalities in New Zealand. So, yeah, and there's 31 million sheep. So I think that's a common fact that people know about New Zealand.
A lot of sheep.
Yeah. So if you drive maybe 5 minutes out of any town, you'll see sheep everywhere.
The capital city.
Yeah, and this is the capital city, Wellington, and we live 45 minutes away from there, and it's a really beautiful city, has really good coffee, and people are really artistic and creative sort of people, and really friendly. So people don't act like they're in a big city. They're moving slowly and just enjoying life.
And the Lord of the Rings studios there.
Oh yeah. And the Lord of the Rings studios there, and The Hobbit, Avatar. They do a lot of After Effects there and filming around Wellington. And the director lives really close to here, and he used to go to the same high school as Daniel. Peter Jackson.
So that's no questions on
I
that?
actually had one question for you.
Yeah.
What is this a picture of?
So that is a fern, which is that we call a koru in New Zealand, and yeah, it's just what you commonly see in the bush. I don't know if you have ferns in Japan. I'm not sure about your fauna here.
I've never seen this before.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
well, it's very common in New Zealand, and a lot of designs are from that, and Polynesian designs come from that, and a lot of yeah, it's a very common part of New Zealand. And the bird, the kiwi, you know, the kiwi is a New Zealand icon. I don't know if you do, but it's that icon. And New Zealand people, I don't know if you know, are called Kiwis. So like Australians are called Aussies, New Zealanders are called Kiwis. And it's just a common term that's used even in media. And yeah, it's just, so now you know, if you ever meet someone from New Zealand, oh, you're a Kiwi. It's very natural. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Questions there? So,
Yeah.
Oh, there's New Zealand.
So people, okay. So people who've been generally, Kiwis are friendly and welcoming generally. So I work in an eikaiwa in Yokohama, and I've met a few students that have been to New Zealand, and one of my students went there for 3 weeks, and he met a family next to him. There was a couple, and they invited him to come and stay with them in Auckland for a week. So we went and stayed with them for a week. So, and that's from one of my students telling me. And I think it's quite common that New Zealanders are quite open and will help people if they need help. I think it's because it's such a small country. I think it's like a country town. Like country town people like often know each other, and it's sort of like New Zealand's like a country town country. Like people are very relaxed and open. So I think.
So like everybody's like a family in the entire country?
Oh.
They'll be all nice to each other?
No, not everybody. So I can't say this for everybody, but in general, I can generalize. So, you know, not everybody's safe and not everybody's nice, but in general, I would say, yeah, it's a common thing about New Zealanders. But one thing too, so New Zealanders do express their feelings or emotions, good or bad. So you can usually tell if someone's not happy and you go to a shop, they won't have a smile on their face, they won't give you good customer service. But yeah, so New Zealanders just show how they feel quite often. And I guess people do speak up for other people. If they see something wrong or a problem, people don't hesitate to go and help somebody. It's real common. Yeah.